you're studying basically the Upanishadic philosophy, because Gita is the essence of the Upanishads. Ishopanishad is considered the foremost of the Upanishads. And then you're studying the science of devotional service in Nectar Devotion and Upadeshamrita. So Nectar Devotion is the book that defines devotional service, right? And Bhagavad Gita and Ishopanishad, they define your fundamental philosophy, right? So basically, anything else will be based on this. Right? It's not that, okay, well, there's some other books. No, it's based on this. It's just expanding. All the works of the Acharyas and that, they are, how do you say? Expansions of Nectar Devotion. When they're giving their definitions of the devotional process. It's not something else. They're just taking like a verse from there or a concept from there and then writing a whole work on that. So this is your fundamental. But it's a chronological study, starting the beginning of the work and going to the end. Right? So that's what's done in the first year. And if you understand this nicely, see the connections nicely, then you'll have a good, solid foundation in Krishna conscious philosophy. The second year, then, that is analysis of these same scriptures. Because Prabhupada says in studying that there's two aspects. You read the book and you study the book. So reading means you start from the beginning and you go to the end. Study means you see the connecting points that go throughout the work. Right? There are certain points that are being made, certain themes that are being made. Right? And so these have to be studied. Right? So, like you'll see, in a work, because you're introducing a subject, you'll give the basic elements of the subject in the opening. Then you'll start to deepen on those, one after another or all together. But in any case, you go, and then you'll take something more and more, till at the end of the work, then you understand what is being discussed. Right? Now, what's being discussed at the end and what's being discussed at the beginning are the same thing, just it's in a more developed stage. So that means that the points that are being made there have been developed through the work. So the analysis of it means taking those themes and seeing how they're developed in the work. What is the fundamental point of that particular theme? What's its expansion? What's its conclusion? Does it make sense? So that's why it's a different study. Right? So then, that's what will be in the second year. So the second year is the analysis of Bhagavad Gita. This analysis was written by Srila Prabhupada in the 50s. It's very little known. Devotees may have seen it here and there. It comes up in the Vyasa Puja book occasionally. But most haven't seen it. It's there in the folio, but most don't notice it. But his actual analyzation of the Bhagavad Gita in the Upanishadic format. It is broken up into the parts like is being broken up in the Vedanta Sutra. Because the Vedanta Sutra is the study of the Upanishads. A very analytical, very analytical, thematic study of the Upanishads. So that same formula has been used by Srila Prabhupada to analyze Bhagavad Gita. Right? So in other words, Vedanta Sutra is that analytical study of the philosophy of the Bhagavad. Right? So this is the analytical study of Gita, right? Or the Upanishads. Because the Upanishads are the essence of the Vedas, and from that you've gotten Vedanta Sutra and the Bhagavatam.